Well. The Atlanta Falcons in a losing streak against the Arizona Cardinals, man. They pulled out a 26-19 win in Arizona, and it was scary from beginning to end. And I knew going into this game, and I said it before the season started when they put out the schedule. I said it was a trap game, and I was almost correct because they hadn't won but one time in Arizona since 1980, and that was back in 2001 when they ran over Arizona 34-14 with Chris Chandler at quarterback. And that was post Super Bowl, post the first Super Bowl. But Ray Buchanan, key interception to end that game, to lock it down. But this game right here, man, Kirk Cousins, he's got to do better, man. He's got to make those throws that he needs to make because if you saw that key drive late in the game where he missed two wide open players, Kyle Pitts and Jake Matthews. Jake Matthews missed a pass and he got knocked those passes down, man. But you got to know that they stuck to their bread and butter this game, and I told y'all they had to do this because both Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier went over 70 yards rushing. Algier was 79, Bijan was 76. Bijan had a total of 168 yards from scrimmage, man, and one touchdown. And the way they used him in the pass game today is what they've been doing all season. And someone alluded to it on the broadcast. They're starting to use him a little bit like LT. But I think Bijan is faster than LT, is a little bit more powerful. But I also think that going forward, depending on what happens, um, you have to use this same game plan, man, going to next year. And we don't know what's going to happen with the coaching staff. But I just think, this is the recipe for winning football games. You got to find a way to get Kyle Pitts the ball. 7 catches, 57 yards, and a touchdown. He has 4 touchdowns in the last 2 games and 5 in the last 3. And that's what you've been looking for since year one. And I think he's going to break that career record for touchdowns this year easily with 2 games left with the Rams and the Saints remaining on the schedule. As far as defense, man, defense did their thing like we knew they would do. They held Jacoby Brissett just 200 yards, and Arizona was one of the better passing teams in the league coming into this game. Michael Carter did get off to a fast start, 8 carries, 66 yards. Well, he only had 3 carries for negative 1 yard the rest of the game. So they held him in check. Trey McBride, who snapped a 16-game record where he had at least 5 receptions, and that was I think a record for tight ends, if I'm not mistaken. Elijah Higgins had a pretty good game, 2 key catches, 7 catches, 91 yards. Mike Wilson with that crazy touchdown catch in the first quarter. They held him in check the rest of the game. Marvin Harrison didn't do much. He dropped a touchdown pass, 1 catch, 14 yards. But if you look at this team as a whole, man, they came in and did what they needed to do. They won time of possession, something that we've said, 35 minutes or more, you usually lose the game. But that key interception by C.J. Henderson, who actually just signed to the 53-man roster right before this game, got the game-clinching interception. And we can, argue about was it an interception or not. They ruled it an interception, so we're going to stick with that. But other than that, man, this game was pretty even, man. The Falcons actually were 50% on third down, 7-14, 2 of 5 on fourth down. And one thing that I hope they fix going forward, it's 4th and 1 or 2, man. Use the 13 personnel like you did in New Orleans. It worked in New Orleans, didn't it? Use it and use Bijan or Tyler or, try to throw the defense off or use play action to try to get pitched the ball. Some of this stuff is not rocket science. It's just, taking advantage of mismatches, and that's what you got to do, man. I talk about that all the time. But also, congratulations to Bijan Robinson, man. He's the third Atlanta Falcons goal with 2,000 yards from scrimmage. Y'all know the other one, Mr. William Andrews. I think he had over 2,100 yards. In 1998, during the Super Bowl run, Jamal Anderson did it as well because I think he had about 1,800 of those yards running the football. So, shout out to Bijan Robinson breaking that record again, 168 yards from scrimmage and 1 receiving touchdown. But the Falcons pull out another victory, man. This is something that you hope for this team to build chemistry going forward, no matter what happens this offseason. It gives the front office something to look at going to the offseason and see what they're going to do with these contracts. So next game is Monday night against the Rams. And Tuesday, we're gonna do the preview show. And speaking of the post game, I'm about to jump on the post game right now with A1. If y'all listen to this, please go check out the post game show. And if y'all catching this right after the game, please tune in to the post game show because I'm about to hop on it right now. Falcons pull out a win, 26-19 in Arizona. Tell me what y'all think. Drop those comments and we're gonna holler.